Hello, Motions Biz here, and welcome back to the channel. Before I get started, I just want to thank you all for continuing to really support the channel. Despite having published less videos lately because I have been very busy with something that I really wanted to do, and this is a commitment, and that is I have been doing medical missions, participating in medical missions, and also giving free physical therapy clinics in my area. And that is always something that I wanted to do, and just to share a few videos about that here. And it is free, and because this area does not have a lot of access to physical therapy services, and this has always been a dream to me, and I'm trying to kind of take a different direction in life wherein I want to do the things that I can do at this time.
So today I would like to discuss and share with you a credit limit increase hack that actually worked for a lot of people, for a lot of folks. And I shared this hack in a different video just to let people know that this is something that you can do, wherein you do this hack and you can get an instant approval for your credit limit increase request.
And you can check out these Navy Federal members who have done this hack and it worked for them. So as long as you qualify, you have a decent personal credit profile, your internal credit score with Navy Federal has been boosted because you worked on that relationship building, you will likely get approved. And just to show you, these folks here have tried this hack and they was instantly approved. And here they are. So what is this credit limit increase hack anyway? So as I've mentioned in a previous video, when you request for a credit limit increase either on your app or through e-messaging Navy Federal, ask only for a maximum of $8,000 because that is the maximum credit limit increase that Navy Federal actually grants at this time. So when you do that and you qualified, you've met the 91.3 rule, you are likely to get an instant approval with your credit limit increase request. So please comment below if you have already done this hack and it worked for you. And if you watched this video and learned about it and did a credit limit increase request using this hack and got approved, please also what you did, possible data points that you may be willing to share. That would really be very helpful to this community. And because I also noticed that we have a lot of new members and subscribers who are also new to Navy Federal and very excited to be members. So if you have not asked for a credit card yet, you are waiting for that opportunity when it's your turn and when it is time for you to be able to get that credit card and be ready for a credit limit increase, just remember that Navy Federal has a 91.3 rule. And what that is that you have to wait for at least 91 days and 3 billing statements, 3 complete billing statements. Make sure that you check that out, that you have complete billing statements, because we have had a lot of Navy Federal members who actually got denied for a credit limit increase request because they were lacking 2 or 3 days, just about 2 or 3 days to be able to complete that 91 days when they requested for a credit limit increase and they got denied. And a very common question is that when I asked for a credit limit increase and I was denied because I missed a few days to the 91 days, do I have to wait another 3 or 6 months before you can request another credit limit increase? The answer is no, you don't have to wait for another 3 months or so before you can request that credit limit increase again. Because with Navy Federal, as long as you can complete that 91.3, that 91.3 rule, 91 days, 3 billing statements from the date that you got approved for that credit card, you only need to wait a few more days or maybe a week just to make sure that you don't miss out on the 91 days, you can go ahead and request for that credit limit increase again. And guess what? They would approve your credit limit increase request. So again, you don't have to wait another 3 or 6 months. Just make sure that you complete that 91.3. Now, just to be clear, not everybody gets approved for a credit limit increase, and there can be a lot of reasons. Now, when you ask for that credit limit increase, just really make sure, because this is a very common reason for denial, is that you haven't met the 91.3 rule. If you have met the 91 days, you go over 91 days even. But if your billing statement is not complete, that means from the time that you got approved for the credit card and your billing statement is only maybe half a month on one of the statements, that is not complete. So make sure that you complete that, because that can be a major reason for denial as well. Now, just like any other credit limit increase requests, Navy Federal would actually also kind of look into your Equifax. So it's a soft pull. It does not get reflected on your credit report, but it is just one way for them to determine if you will get approved for the maximum credit limit increase request of $8,000. Now, there are instances wherein you will still get an instant approval, but it is not $8,000. So that can happen. So just be aware of that. So if you are a new member to Navy Federal, make sure that you start with that relationship building right away, because not everyone is really blessed with a perfect or a very decent credit profile. So it takes work, but it increases your chances with Navy Federal. And I am big on really sharing my experience when I did some relationship building first before I asked for credit cards, for personal loans, and the different products with Navy Federal. So I had a better chance then because I worked on relationship building first. A very common question when it comes to the credit limit increase request. And the question is always, can I ask for a credit limit increase on 2 of my credit cards? Of course you can, as long as both credit cards have met the 91.3 rule. And I know this because I have done it on my American Express and Navy Federal card, the More Rewards, and the flagship credit card. When I did that, they were just one day apart when I made that request. Once I saw that the request on one credit card was already approved, then I went on ahead with the other one. And yes, it was possible, and there was no trouble at all. I mean, it was very quick. So yes, you can ask for a credit limit increase on 2 of your credit cards as long as you meet the requirements. I also have a few folks ask why they did not have a response on their credit limit increase when they did this hack. Not everybody gets approved for the credit limit increase request. You still have to meet the requirements. So when this happens, it is likely that your request has been denied and that they will be sending you a letter why your credit limit increase request was denied. They will actually have to send you that letter. If you have not received a response, you can also try to call them, because it may just be something that they would need from you, maybe further information to really consider your request. There were members who did not get an automatic response or automatic approval, and they called Navy Federal, and Navy Federal just clarified a few things, needed some information, and their request for the credit limit increase was approved. If you do not get that response, do not hesitate to call them. Now, if ever they tell you that you were denied, don't despair. Just continue to work on that relationship building and also building and boosting your personal credit profile. Do a pledge loan, because the pledge loan can actually boost both your personal credit profile and internal credit score with Navy Federal. So hope that helps. To those of you who shared your experience and success with this credit limit increase hack, of course, thank you for sharing that in this community. And also to those who also shared that they got denied, like I said, thank you for also sharing that experience. But again, do not despair, because with Navy Federal, your opportunities never stop there. Just continue with the effort and you will get there.